Hello guys. Well, in the last video lecture we have discussed or came to know what exactly the meaning of inverse transformation, how we are going to do the inverse of the transformation along with the concatenated transformation. Concatenated in the sense the composite transformation. It is a combination of two or more transformations. Whenever we are having more than one, more than two transformations, we are going for the concatenated transformation. Well, we know that in the last class itself, and also we had a simple problem on concatenated in last video lecture. But today also I am going to have a video or I am going to solve a numerical on your concatenated transformation, but quite more important, quite more difficult than the previous one. Shall we start? Yes. Well, if you see, we have a triangle which having the coordinates A, B and C, and A has the coordinate points 2, 2, B has the coordinate points 6, 2, and C has the coordinate points 4, 6. Okay, 4, 6. We have a triangle this. So what happened next is, well, this triangle, well, you can note this one. We have a triangle ABC, and this triangle is going to be rotated. It is going to be rotated above point C counterclockwise. Above point C counterclockwise with an angle of 35 degrees. With an angle of 35 degrees. After that, it is scaled up by a factor of 2.5 units in both x and y direction. First it is rotated, then it is scaled up 2.5 units in x and y direction. Then finally it is translated by 3 units in x direction, 5 units in y direction. First rotation, then scaling, then translation. After that, he wants us to find out the composite transformation matrix or the concatenated transformation matrix, and along with the final positions of the triangle. Final positions of the triangle. So can we start? So what I said, we have a triangle and it is rotated above point C with an angle of 35 degree counterclockwise. So whenever we are going for the counterclockwise direction or we are rotating counterclockwise, we have to take positive angle, right? When we are rotating it clockwise, we have to take a negative value of the angle. Okay. So first we will solve for the rotation. Well, what I said, let's say, if I say just the body is rotated 35 degree, not above the point, then it is scaled up, then it is translated. Our concatenated transformation is the simple one. Well, we have to go for lower to backward. First rotated, then scaling, then translated. If the body is not rotated above the point, this is simple. We have to go from backward. The translation, the scaling, the rotation, multiplication of all these things. This is simple. But what if I am rotating a body above a point? Well, in the last class also we have discussed, when we rotate a body above any point, it is also, the body is going to be translated to some distance. It is also translated to some distance. So that rotation above the point has a combination of translation and rotation. Translation and rotation. So translation in the sense we have to take Tx and Ty, the translated distance in x direction and translated distance in y direction. What are those points? What are those points? Well, those points are above the point. If we rotate the body above point C, well, the Tx is 4 and Ty is 6. The coordinate points of the above the point what we are rotating. Okay, but only thing, when we rotate a body about a point, well, it is going to be translated, but we are coming back. Okay, so that's why we have to take the negative value of the point about which we are rotating, right? So first one we will go for the rotation. We take Tx, the negative value of the points about which we are rotating. So about C we are rotating. So Tx is -4 and Ty is -6, right? So about the point we are rotating, we have to go for the translation first, then rotation, then we have to come back by doing inverse translation. Okay, so the concatenated transformation for a combination of the rotation is, we have to go backward, T inverse multiplied with the rotation multiplied with the translation, right? So we will first go for the translation first. So Th, or I will name it as 1 because after that also I have translation. This is 1 0 Tx which is -4, 0 1 Ty which is -6, 0 0 1, right? Simple one. Next, rotation, I will take R1 because after that I need to do R for whole the thing, the combination one, which is cos theta, cos 35 minus sin 35, 0 sin 35, the positive angle theta equal to 35. This is cos 35, this is 0 0 0 1. Okay, then next comes the inverse translation. The inverse translation, this is Z1 0 minus Tx, minus of -4 is 4, 0 1 minus Ty, minus of -6 is +6, and 0 0 1. Okay, so these are the combinations of the rotation if we rotate about the point. So the final rotation, this first rotation, if we rotate it about point C counterclockwise 35 degree, we must have multiplication of all these things but in a backward direction, that is T inverse, rotation and Th, the translation. Okay, just a minute, let me rub this one. So after multiplying these things, after multiplying Th, this one multiplied with this one, the values of this one are 0.82, 0 minus 0.57, 0, 0.57, 0.82, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so you have to multiply these things to get the radius or rotated transformation matrix. Okay, so the final matrix, once we multiply this one, I'll write it here. Well, the rotation, it is here. You just have to multiply this one first, both these two, and we are going to get a matrix. Then we have to multiply it with the translation matrix. So the final matrix is 0.82 minus 0.57, 4.16, 0.57, 0.82, this is minus 1.21, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so this is the first one. We got the rotated transformation matrix. So next comes is your next what we did, we have scaled it. Once we rotate it, after that we scaled it 2.5 times in x direction and also in y direction. So if we are doing or going for the scaling, we must have scaling factors Sx that is equal to Sy that is equal to 2.5. Okay, so scaling transformation matrix, what we have? Scaling transformation matrix, we have Sx 0, 0, 0, Sy 0, 0, 0, 1. Well, this goes for 2.5, 0, 0, 0, 2.5 and 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, we got the second one. Well, this is first one. Once we rotate, we got rotated transformation matrix. Then we get scaling transformation matrix. Then we translated the body 3 units in 3 units, right? Yes. 3 units in x-axis and 5 units in y-axis. So next comes here translation. We have to find out translation transformation matrix. Well, Tx is 3 and Ty is 5. So translation transformation matrix is 1 0 Tx 3, 1 0 1 Ty 5 and 0 0 1. This is translation transformation matrix. Okay, we got rotation matrix, we got scaling matrix, we got translation matrix. Next, what we need to do? We need to find out the concatenated transformation. For concatenated transformation, what we need to do? Concatenated transformation of all these transformations, we have to go from lower to upper. The last one is we translated. Finally, before that, we scaled up. Before that, or first, we rotated. Okay? Okay? So once you multiply these two matrices, you are going to get one single matrix. After that, if you multiply that with the rotational transformation matrix, we are going to get the final concatenated transformation matrix. Okay? So that final concatenated matrix is, let me write down directly, 2.05, then minus 1.44, then 13.4, this is 1.44, this is 2.05, this is 1.98. Well, this remains same, 0, 0 and 1. So what is this concatenated transformation? Is one, we have a triangle of coordinates A, B, C, rotated it about a point C counterclockwise with an angle of 35 degree. We are going to get the rotational transformation matrix, this. After that, we scaled up 2.5 times both in x and y direction. So we got scaling transformation matrix. After that, for the same body, we are translating 3 units in x-axis and 5 units in y-axis. So we are going to get translation transformation matrix. The concatenated matrix of all these transformation is the multiplication of final one, translation. Before that, scaling. The first one, rotation. We are going to get the concatenated transformation matrix. Well, this is the first thing he asked, the concatenated transformation. After that, we have to find out the final positions of the triangle. Once we rotate it, scaled it, translate it. Okay? So let me have my concatenated transformation here itself, because I have to multiply it with the original positions or the initial points or the points before transforming. Okay, so we have to find out the final position or transformed points of the triangle. How we are going to get? So the triangle ABC will be A dash, B dash and C dash. So this is A dash, that is equal to the concatenated transformation multiplied with the points before transforming. Okay? So what is the concatenated transformation? This multiplied with the points A as 2 comma 2 and this H is value 1, the homogeneous points. Okay? So once we multiply this concatenated transformation with the points A, we are going to have the coordinate points. Let me write it directly. That is 14.65, 8.94 and this one remains same. Okay? So these are the transformed points. So next comes is your B dash, that is same the concatenated transformation multiplied with the points B.